Welcome everybody to Lit Canon, the one podcast you can enjoy with your friends.
Just the one. There are no others. We had really good lawyers, and we signed a really good contract.
We're claiming that. The most haunted podcast on the internet. Ooh.
Haunted.
You can't prove us wrong.
Oh no! I just about cleared a jump and I failed miserably.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm your host, ThunderAF.
I am B+.
That's B+. You know, I sometimes forget to do that.
Introduce us.
I do, yeah. And this time I remembered.
Good job.
So today we are looking back. We're blasting off. We're getting in the cannon. We're flying high.
Super high.
Into Hyperkind. The Marvel 90s series Hyperkind.
This was Marvel?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. You didn't see the Marvel? Wow.
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't pay that much attention to like the outside and everything, and I guess I just assumed this was like a Dark Horse independent
it looks
thing.
Very more, Image-ish, which they were going for. Image was kicking their ass, and they needed to recapture the youth market. So Hyperkind.
And this is what they went with.
They get Clive Baker. Baker?
I don't know. Is he a famous comic book guy?
He is, no. He is, I think he's not famous, but writer, director. He's probably most well known for Hellraiser.
So he had like a kind of a cult following.
Yes, yeah. So it's like, oh shit, we got him on this. So he's the creator of Hyperkind.
That does make sense, actually.
And he wanted to create, heroes from the modern day, and with various, I think they all had like personifications of like mental problems, like depression and anxiety.
Not quite from what I remember, but they all had like meaningful names, like Armada and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's what this series is. Marvel, yeah, see?
I would not have called that.
Clive Barker. It is Barker, all right, not Baker, it's Barker. Superheroes from the mind of Clive Barker. Hyperkind, issue number 6, Slam Bang Action issue. This issue was a fever dream.
It was rough.
First of all, I think I've checked some...
Hold on, let me.
Okay.
From you and I visualize space probably like filmmakers, right?
Yes.
That's what we have. Our education is, our background is. There's very clear rules about scene setup, and camera angle, crossing 360 lines, establishing spaces, and so on and so forth. It's like there was no director in this fight scene. It's like they just vomited out panels, and there's no clear direction or choreography to any of the fights or any of the anything.
It's just intense.
Well, it jumped all over the place. I was like, what is this hell?
And
from a storytelling standpoint.
But the format.
Not a fan of
this issue was written, what would you call it, horizontally?
Landscape mode.
Landscape mode in scope. See, it's a movie. In landscape mode, so you have to hold the paper like, you're holding a pinup.
Yeah.
And that's how you have to fucking hold this issue the whole time, which made my arms hurt.
I can't really stress how how badly it affected the reading process.
Yeah, it hurt the reading process so much.
Like, I was resentful after like the third page, especially because I kept having
to this. And
I had like a pretty like tame setup. I had like pillows and everything propping up my hands, and I was just like, this is a gimmick that is working in the opposite of what you wanted.
You know what? It did not help when I have this comic in my hand and a cat trying to beg for attention.
Yeah.
That I need convenience from you guys.
It was amazing how negatively that affected my reading experience. And it's not like I'm a casual reader. I read a lot. It's not difficult for me.
So there was that.
Yeah, that was the very first thing that I wrote down. Not a fan of the landscape layout.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Amok, Armada, Bliss, Logix, and Echo.
Yeah,
were the
that was pretty much like the only positive thing that I had to say about it is that I liked the names until they started making jokes about the names.
Yeah.
And like that was like the one little silver lining through the whole thing. I'm like, oh, these names are at least clever. I don't know why that stood out to me. But then they started making jokes, and I was like, nope, you've ruined it.
That was
poisoned this well.
I mean, that was happening a lot in the 90s. They were, becoming ironic and whatnot, and it stuck around a couple decades. Now I hate it. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't make fun of your own product.
Yeah, just
it doesn't.
It's basically them like trying to explain the joke or the meaning of the name, and I'm like, no. If you get the joke, this is an inside joke. If you don't, too bad. You're not on the inside. That's just how it is.
Poor Amok. He had blade for hands. So
there was the blob guy that just like had no free will. Blob guy that just okay. This is part 2 of this series, right?
Like this is like issue 6.
Okay. What was a little bit of the history before this? Do you remember at all? The story before this. It seemed very like Riverdale sort of thing to me. Like we're like X-Men, but dark and gritty.
Yeah. Where I can't remember if there were somehow aliens or some genetic change that were on, or like some ancient thing. It's been so long, and since I even looked back into this series. But obviously, from this issue, there's like a bad version of them that they're fighting.
Are they the bad version, though? It seems a little questionable.
Yeah. The one guy was like eating people.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're bad people.
I've met a lot of people, and some of them deserve to be eaten. So who's really the villain here?
Some would really be benefiting society more by being meat.
And then they fight in the TV studio. I mean, I couldn't comprehend
90s.
This comic. There was just so much just chaos and misdirection, which is Clive Barker wanted us to feel. Jesus wept. All right.
Jesus wept.
It's from Hellraiser. The fans will get it.
Oh. The Hellraiser fans, the very small cult classic crossover between our massive listener base is going to get it. They're going to get it.
Of our Lit Cannon fans and fans of Hellraiser, that you're out there and you'll get this joke, which was just me referencing Jesus wept. Like, I did take a couple of notes. The nullifying field, but what does it do? It nullifies. Okay? I don't know how much more clear they have to be in its name to tell you what it does. It nullifies.
It didn't seem to be. There was like a weird kind of toxic masculinity vibe going through it for me. Of
course.
The front half, there were like the black female characters, like, you don't own me or my purse anymore, to the white guy. And I was like, that's not great optics, even if it means absolutely nothing other than you can't put stuff in my purse.
When was that? I don't remember that at all.
It's like in the very front thing. And I was like, ugh.
Oh, okay. The fart joke that was in it.
Yeah. Was there like some homoerotic undertones to this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like the gold guy and the frozen glitter and like Amok and everyone was flirting. It was like there was a lot of underground homoerotism. Gay flirting.
Yeah, I just remember that they're falling. The one guy burps like, "Oh, good thing you burped me instead of fart or something like that." And then the guy that could manifest things was like, "Oh, that's a great idea. A whoopee cushion."
A whoopee cushion.
So that they land on, because they're falling off a building, like a skyscraper. So yeah, they got saved by a fart joke. Way to go.
Yeah, I had wrote down a whoopee cushion equals. Is this for 9-year-olds?
Maybe. Yeah. Get the kids. Get them young. The kids will love it. Yeah, so Clive Baker's still alive. Got Barker. I keep calling him Baker. Bob Baker.
Bob Barker?
Bob Barker. That was also Barker. Clive Barker.
No!
Still kicking it. Still making movies. Marvel comes to him. Clive, we need Hyperkind in the MCU.
Oh, that does make sense because I remember when I was reading it, I wrote down that there was like a Doctor Strange joke, and I was like,
Yes.
well, that's super weird.
Yeah, okay. The Hyperkind is not within Marvel continuity. It is not 619, 616, 619, booyaka, booyaka, 619.
What the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah, okay, Hyperkind is not 616. It is in its own little world. So, but yeah, there was the Doctor Strange joke, you know, to make the Marvel fans feel appreciated. Yeah, so MCU comes to Clive Barker, like
MCU?
Clive, we're digging deep now.
Oh, really?
Hyperkind.
No, MCU.
No. Like,
No, I will not allow this to happen. I will fucking infiltrate Disney. And I will go there.
She's gonna get a job at Disney.
I will spend my life's work will be climbing the ranks at Disney in the Marvel Studios area, so that whenever this plan comes up, I can squash it mercilessly.
What's your career trajectory here at Disney? Like, you know, where are you starting?
I don't know, but I will make it happen. I will make it happen like Jason Bourne style. If I have to kill someone with a pen, I will do it.
Like, you know, like what was the Michael J. Fox movies, The Secret of My Success? Like getting started in the mailroom.
Answering the phone or something.
Answering the phone, Secretary of Disney. You know, you show off a little bit of your nerdiness. I'm a huge Marvel fan. Like, I know the product.
I do know the product, god damn it.
You know, you sneak into a meeting, and then you say an idea, and Kevin Feige's like, yeah, you should speak up more. Oh, no, thanks. And then eventually an opening pops up for higher up, like, oh, I want to apply for that. And then you sneak, and then they're like, yeah, I like you. And you get there. And then you do that for a couple of years.
Whatever it takes. I am prepared
all the time
to do this for the world.
You know, Marvel's chugging out. We're at the phase 6 now. It's going great. Disney now has the top 5 greatest movies ever sold.
Sold?
At box office. Disney now has the top 5 box office numbers. Thanks by phase 6 of Marvel.
Oh, well, I mean, that's
you know
basically what that's going to turn out to be.
They won't admit it, but some of those ideas were yours.
That's right, goddammit.
So then, you make it. You make it. Like, Kevin Feige is like, I need to name this. Actually, we're not there yet. So first you become, you know, super exec, or you're making moves. You're looking over here like, yeah, I remember this one comic. Let's do this, and then you become great.
Oh, when did I become the villain in this story?
No, we're not done there. We're not done yet. So then, you do well there, and Kevin Feige's like, I need a successor. B+.
Hand to me the crown.
Yeah. So you're like, yes. Okay, great. Then,
I rule by God's divine right.
Your first day, you're making money. Your first day, you come in. Your pitches. We're going to do hyper. Shut the fuck up.
Get out. And then it transforms into that meme where the guy gets thrown out the window, you know?
There you go. This is the director. I have 8 years.
You think it would take me 8 years to go from 0 experience in this industry and company to the successor of the greatest producer?
Yes, because I believe in you, B+.
Wow. I don't know what to say other than you are very wrong about my level of skill.
I the fire in you to stop this. You're cunning. You will do it. 8 years. I'm just more amazed that Marvel's going to get to phase 6 by 8 years. But here we are.
No, I mean, they're dumping like a whole phase in the last 6 months of this year, so.
All right, that was Hyperkind, everybody. Thank you all for listening. We got to move on.
We could just sit here and talk all day about.
We have more to do. So thank you all for listening. Please like, subscribe.
Apparently not getting a box is part of what I need to do.
Don't get a box.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah. And stay horizontal, everybody.
No, don't stay horizontal. You need to get up.
Peace. Bye. Peace, love, nachos.
Crab cakes. I don't know. I thought we were just saying things. No.